Mag-year end na and alam ko excited na kayo this Christmas. And probably you are preparing to buy yourself your next daily driver to last you for another 3 to 4 years. And that's definitely a flagship phone. It is something na gusto mo pag in-invest mo, tatagal siya ng ganong katagal. 3, 4, 5 years down the line. And I'm pretty sure na medyo confused kayo kasi sobrang daming mga gandang flagship phones this 2024. So in this video, tutulungan ko kayo pumili ng tamang flagship phone para sa inyo after this quick intro. Now, itong top 5 na flagship phones natin is in no particular order. These are 5 of the phones na kaya ko i-recommend sa inyo na nagamit ko personally during this 2024. And let's quickly start off with the Huawei Pura 70 Pro. Bakit nga ba ang Pro pinili ko, hindi yung Ultra? Kasi for me, yung Ultra is good. Definitely okay yun. Pero yung kanyang increase, yung kanyang performance increase is not that much para paggastosan siya. For me, the perfect sweet spot is the Pro variant. And currently ka na 12 gigs of RAM and 512 gigs of storage. Comes at a price point of 56,000 pesos and it comes together with a free na Huawei Watch GT4, which is sulit kasi nasa around 12,000 pesos pa yon. Now, this is being powered by the Kirin 9010 and it's a chip na sariling dinevelop ni Huawei. And alam naman natin, Huawei is still under the US ban and I don't think anytime soon mawawala yon. So meaning wala siyang Google Play Store, but ang dami ko naman tutorial ginawa this 2024 para doon and it works perfectly with Micro G. Nagkakaroon na rin siya ng native na GMS if you use yung Micro G. I-search mo lang sa mga tutorials na ginawa ko sa YouTube channel ko. Now, based on my experience, ang sarap gamitin to phone na ito. Yung kanyang display is definitely good. It has quad curve display. And what I like dito sa kanya is yung kanyang triangle shape na camera bump. It means na moving forward na sila dun sa kanyang bagong camera bump na logo na parang arrow na play button. And this phone also has a IP68 that does water resistance and it is being protected by the Kunlun Glass version 2. Tougher than ever dahil mas unbreakable na siya compared dun sa kanyang predecessor, which is present in the Huawei Mate 50 Pro. I would say na exceptional lang ng camera dahil it was able to give me a really good camera experience be it sa outdoor, indoor, sa low light, and pati ka na pag taking ng video is definitely okay. It's one of my daily drivers and it gives me a really good experience. And the best part is lagi ko siyang gamit pangkuha ng mga B-rolls dito para sa channel ko. Next up, si Honor Magic 6 Pro. This phone, ang ganda na experience ko rin dito sa kanya. This one is being powered by the Magic OS 8 and it comes together with a 4 major na Android OS update. So meaning lumabas siya ng Android 14 and dapat makakuha ka pa rin ng up to Android version 18. It has one of the best displays na nagamit ko for this year and it also sports a quad curve display similar to the Pura 70 Pro. And the phone na ito is being powered by the Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 so definitely very powerful siya be it sa gaming, sa multitasking, wala kang magiging problema dito sa phone na ito. And playing all of the game titles from Call of Duty Mobile down to Genshin Impact, kayang-kaya naman niya i-handle. Walang problema kay SD8 Gen 3. One of the things na gusto ko rin sa kanya, malaki ka ng battery at 5,600 mAh and it can fast charge up to 80 watts. And meron din siyang 66 watts ng wireless charging as well. Another good experience is maganda rin ang kanyang camera. I was able to snap in some really good shot together with this 50MP na main camera sensor and the experience was really nice. Kaya na mag-handle ng outdoor, low light, indoor, wala kang maging problema dito sa kanya and even handling some night shot is also good. One of the best things din dito sa kanya is that it was able to rank number 1 sa DxOMark until it was dethroned by the Huawei Pura 70 Ultra. Itong Honor Magic 6 Pro na may 12 gigs of RAM and a 512 gigs of storage currently priced at 58,000 pesos. Now, next one on my list is the OnePlus 12. Yung China ROM variant, hindi yung global. Kasi yung China ROM variant, ang kanyang 12256 is priced at around mga 43,000 pesos. Pero ang kanyang global counterpart is priced at 63,000 pesos, guys. Just the price difference, sobrang laki. For me, honestly, hindi na bali sacrifice ko ang warranty kasi ang laki ng difference ng kanyang presyo. Just being practical. Ang specs niya is exactly the same naman sa kanyang global counterpart. And ang display na has a good protection of Corning Gorilla Glass Victus 2. Honestly, very generous ang kanyang screen. It has a 6.81-inch na AMOLED display and it has a peak brightness of 4,500 nits. Yung nga lang, you have to take note that this one comes together with the Color OS, hindi siya Oxygen OS. Good news din sa kanya, this also comes together with a 4 years na major OS update. So from Android 14, you should be able to upgrade up to Android version 18. Based on what I can remember, maganda rin gaming experience dito sa kanya. Dahil this phone also comes together with the flagship level na Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 3. Very powerful siya, kaya na handle lahat ng tasks. And pagdating sa camera, ito ang maganda sa kanya. It is being collaborated with Hasselblad. Magandang kanang color science dito out of the triple camera lenses sa likod. And I was able to shoot some really nice photos, lalo na especially sa low light. Kayang-kaya handle ni OnePlus 12 together with Hasselblad. This one can shoot you up to 8K and 24 FPS na video. And another highlight is also maganda rin kanang front-facing camera na may 32MP na sensor which can shoot you up to 4K and 30 FPS. Malaki na yung kanyang battery at 5,400 mAh and support niya up to 100 watts na wired charging and 50 watts na wireless charging. Now, before natin tapusin ang last two natin, meron akong honorable mention. Pansin nyo, puro binanggit ko ay Androids. But this time around, gusto ko lang special mention ang iPhone 16 series. Now, honestly, hindi ko pa nahawakan na iPhone 16 Pro Max except sa mga concept store ni Beyond the Box sa mga demo units. But the experience is definitely good. Siguro pwede ko lang share sa inyo is yung latest na review ko which is the iPhone 16 Plus. Ang ganda ng kanyang camera. I was able to feel yung phone. Masarap hawakan sa kamay. Even though na I'm not too much of an Apple lover, but yung iPhone 16 Plus is definitely a sweet spot. Instead of buying the iPhone 16, si 16 Plus is definitely has a bigger display, sturdier feel, magandang kanyang camera. It can give you good gaming experience kahit Genshin Impact pa yan with 120 FPS and the camera performance is definitely good. Probably malalaman natin pretty soon ang verdict ko sa iPhone 16 Pro Max dahil parating pa lang ang aking order. So don't forget to subscribe para ma-notify kayo once na-upload ko ang iPhone 16 Pro Max ko na full review. So going back to my last two phones. Down to the last two spot, I would say na si Vivo X100 Ultra is probably one of the best experience I had this 2024. Dala ko siya on out-of-town trips and it was able to give me some really fantastic na shots and I really enjoyed yung Vivo X100 Ultra. But hindi ko nga ba sinabi si Vivo X200 Pro. Dahil hindi ko pa siya personal na review, lahat ng binabanggit ko dito sa top 5 ko ay mga phones na personally nagamit ko and na-review ko dito sa aking channel. So don't forget to subscribe para ma-notify kayo once na in-upload ko na ang Vivo X200 series na review ko in this channel. Ito X100 Ultra comes together with the Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, so very powerful siya, beats sa gaming, beats sa multitasking, mag-edit ka ng video dito. Walang problema, maning-mani lang dito sa phone na ito. And one thing na napansin ko rin dito sa kanya is medyo mabigat siya at 230 grams. And yung kanyang camera module is quite big din. Lumalabang siya sa mga likes ni Huawei Mate 50 Pro and si Xiaomi 14 Ultra. One thing na in-invest mo dito sa phone na ito is yung kanyang Zeiss na optics. Ang ganda ng capture ng mga photos dito sa kanya. And honestly, ang gusto ko rin dito sa kanya is meron siyang periscope telephoto lens which can give you some really good zooming experience. And ang kanyang ultra-wide lens is also equally good. It can let you shoot up to 8K and 30 FPS. And it also has a really great na 50MP na front-facing camera which can let you shoot up to 4K and 60 as well. And probably it's one of the best na nagamit ko for this 2024. Currently, ang Vivo X100 Ultra na may 12GB sa RAM and 256GB of storage is priced at around mga 49,000 pesos. Which makikita nyo on the link on the description box below. Now, down na tayo to my last phone recommended for this 2024. And it's no other than the Xiaomi 15 Pro. Magtataka kayo siguro, bakit di si Xiaomi 14 Ultra? Dahil ako personally, I have seen the advancement ng camera performance from the 14 Ultra to the 15 Pro. So, ina-expect ko si 15 Ultra should be better than the 14 Ultra. Kasi nakita ko na yung changes from the 14 Ultra to the 15 Pro, medyo may difference, no? This one comes together with the Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Elite. So, it's the best for this year. And ang kanyang 12256 is currently priced at around mga 47,000 pesos. Reminder guys, this is a China ROM phone by the way. Dahil hindi pa rin lumalabas ang global variant, normally it might come out siguro mga Feb of next year. One big changes dito sa kanya is yung kanyang front screen is halos flat na. Medyo may kunting edge na round kunti. Hindi katulad ng 14 Ultra no, na medyo mas curved kunti ang kanyang size. Medyo lumiit ang curve dito sa 15 Pro. Ang display is definitely good at a 6.73-inch na AMOLED display and it has a shatterproof glass 2024 edition. I'm not quite sure kung tawag niya Longjing glass or shatterproof glass. Yun na nakikita ko online. It can simply handle any games dito sa kanya without any problem dahil, well, powerful enough to do so. And the best thing dito sa kanya is yung kanyang camera is being co-engineered with Leica. Alam naman natin yung mga kaya i-reproduce ni Leica. Ang ganda ng mga shots na kaya ibigay dito sa ni Xiaomi 15 Pro. Nung sa 14 Ultra, napawaw na ako sa kanyang 120 times zoom nung kumukuha ko sa Monumento. Pero medyo grainy pa rin siya. Pero nung tinry ko si 15 Pro, na blown away ako dahil mas smoother ang capture niya after 120 times zoom na camera shot. Doon ako sobrang napabilib. And another big improvement sa kanya is ang kanyang selfie camera. Ang laki ng nilundag niya. 14 Ultra, masasabi ko sa'yo, there are sometimes overexposed, medyo hindi ganun kagandang kuha sa akin mukha, medyo smudgy. Pero sa 15 Pro guys, sobrang in-improve na ni Xiaomi. At meron siyang face detect. Napapansin ko pa nagsiselfie ako sa kanya. Parang merong animation na ni-scan yung mukha ako bago niya i-focus na maayos para sa'yo. Which is for me definitely a winner. Lalo na kung mahilig ka kumuha ng mga selfie shots. Ang Xiaomi 15 Pro definitely for me has to be one of the top spot dito sa top 5 ko. No, hindi ko naman siya inaayos accordingly. Pero for me, it should be one of the top. So yun guys, I hope na may natutunan kayo dito sa video na ito and nalaman nyo na yung top 5 ko for this year, 2024. So ano nga ba napili ninyo? Ano napusuan ninyong phone? Let me know in the comments. And if you find this video helpful and alam mo mga friends ka na naghanap ng flagship phone, please share this video to them. And a sub to this channel is definitely awesome. I'll see you on my next video. And so, ako para si Richmond and you're watching Gadget Sidekick. Like and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. For one of my latest uploads, click the dito. And for one of my popular uploads, click here.